For fuck's sake. My microphone. Welcome back to your place of chill that is the Kauffie Company. Nope, clearly not, Carl. Clearly not. We got Adrian Schroekers in the house. We'll just say hello to Jason Bell, Carl, Five Guys, and for God's sake. Yes, it's already worse. That's perfect. So it didn't tell me we were mute. That's how bright it is. It is a lovely 21 degrees centigrade today. And yeah, we got good stuff. We got Ian joining us. Ian's going to be joining us to talk about movies. Yeah, we were on mute. Good afternoon, Andrew Gregory, YouTube member as well. Silent movies, indeed, silent movies. Afternoon, Ben and the Coffee Crew. Mental health matters. Good to see you all. Tom 81, big up, everyone. Love. Stew boy, good to see you, mate. Good to see you. I'm going to make myself a coffee. And because we're doing movies again, I'm going to get my Harry Potter cap. We got Chris is in the house. Good to see you, Chris. Good to see you. Let's have a look. How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing today? I need to reset my coffee machine. We're going to do that next week. Next week we'll do that. Can't be asked to do it today. We'll do that later. Oh, we got Ian. Good to see you, mate. Just making a coffee. And we'll be right. How you doing today, Ian?
I'm doing all right. Got stuck in Omaha for an extra night because weather in Fort Worth was terrible for my connecting flight. So, yeah, just enjoying some nice hotel coffee.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what you think it is.
Sucks.
Other than that, could be worse.
Boiling hot?
Actually, no. Like, it's been like surprisingly like pretty nice. I mean, I don't know what it is as far as like Celsius goes, like right off the bat, but I'd say basically just imagine like your typical lovely late spring, early summer sort of thing. It's really nice.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, good to see you. Hit a bloody pothole and smash. Oh, for God's sake.
Ooh.
That's not good. We got Ian Barron. Good to see you, buddy. Everyone wants to hope you're all well. We're good, mate. Good, mate. It's glad it's Friday. Yeah, it's amazing it's Friday. I know you're in a hotel, so but it's TGI Fridays. Get some chicken tenders in.
Yeah. And my flight's not for another 4 hours, so just really fast. So they had me flying out of here at 2:20 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And just for those of y'all who are not familiar with how, the United States is like laid out here, but just for the sake of this, right? They had me going from Omaha, Central US. They had me going to my connecting flight in Phoenix.
Yeah.
To then get to Cincinnati. So I'm going to spend today in 3 different time zones. This is going to be great.
Pretty cool. I like that.
Right?
We got a couple more people to bring into the chat. We've got Leo. Hi, Leo.
Hi, Leo.
We got Tom. At least your dentures weren't smashed. Yeah, absolutely. We got James, the Tottenham fan. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Hopefully you're well. But to start off Ian has got a brilliant question to start off the show. What snacks and drinks do you have to have at the movies? I want everyone in the chat to answer this. Answer this, everyone. But for me, I need to have Haribo. I love Haribo. I love Haribo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What is that?
I like to have the gummy bears. I like gummy bears. I like the Haribo gummy bears. I like to have a big pint of Coke. as long as, and yeah, I'm like all for that. If it's a specific theatre, I'll go for a Tango Ice Blast, which is delicious. And you guys have Tango Ice Blast over there, right? The slushy Tango.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So good. So good. Yeah. Always get the mixed, both flavors together. We're not for one flavor. That's my shtick. What do you have to have at the movies, Ian?
So historically, I always went for so Crunch, the candied bar, right? So
yeah, absolutely.
So I know you guys. It may not be called the same thing over there, but basically they just like smash it up, right, and they just put it into a box, right? So I would usually just get a box of that, and a Coke. But now I'm just like, just give me a Coke and just a regular popcorn without butter.
Oh yeah, you guys have butter on popcorn in the States. That's not a thing over here. It's not
I hate that stuff though. I hate it just because they always put too much on. I hate it.
Oh, because it's all slimy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can get that. If I have sweet popcorn, it's got to be sweet popcorn. I don't like salted popcorn. I don't like how intense the salt flavor is. Yeah, so sweet popcorn's my shtick. Let's see what people are saying. We got Leo saying milk duds. Ooh, milk duds. Okay, not my favorite, but yeah. James is saying popcorn, sweet or salty. Sweet or salty? That's the way to go. OG gummy bear, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. For God's sake,
hit it.
Yeah, where is it? Good to see you, Mia. Hopefully you're well. We got Jason Bell saying, I only go to theatres that serve good IPAs. So the answer is a good IPA. Nice. I like these theatres. I need to go to one of them. I like those theatres. I want popcorn with chocolate. Oh, and keep the kids away from mine. Okay, yeah, absolutely. Smart. It's a good one.
That's smart.
Minstrels. You guys don't have minstrels. Got to get you over some minstrels. Minstrels are Galaxy chocolate, but they're coated in like but they're basically like big chocolate buttons, but they're made with Galaxy chocolate. You put them in your mouth and they just melt and they're just delicious.
Nice.
They're good. They're good. Tango Ice Blast, yeah. Has to be the cherry Ice Blast. It's good. Hi Lee. Hopefully you're good, buddy. Hopefully you're well.
Lee.
Popcorn for me and a large Coke.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a good one. I used to go for Woolies Pick and Mix. It was a lot cheaper than going to the cinema. Yeah, that's cinema candy. It's so expensive.
It will kill you. It will kill
you. So
you.
Expensive. Yeah. Rocky Road popcorn. That's an interesting one. I like the idea. Popcorn has to be dripping with butter. Ooh.
Can't do it, man.
We get the debate. Leo versus Ian. How much butter do you want in your popcorn? Oh, we got Mia. So no salt popcorn. Then put in some chocolate buttons. So ooh.
That's a great idea, actually. I have done that off and on for years.
I'd rather just have chocolate coated popcorn though, because that is awesome.
Fair. That's fair. Yeah. Fair.
Yeah. We have Drew La La is in the house saying, blame Kate. We're all late. Big up, guys. Good to see you. Drew La La. Hopefully you're well. Sweet popcorn for me. I don't mind salted popcorn. Okay. Like local Everyman is the best. Oh, I love Everyman cinemas. They're fantastic. I took Mickey to one to watch Ghostbusters. It was great.
Nice.
Galaxy Minstrels are good. I love Galaxy Minstrels. It's great. We got foot long hot dog, bucket of salted popcorn, and extra large full fat Coke. That's great. Yeah, that's great. Kate says hello. Thank you to Kate for sending people over from Just a Girl Who Loves Spurs. Oh, we've got another guest who needs to do some plugging. So, Aki.
Good morning, people.
Before you plug the show, what snack do you have to have at a cinema?
I have to have a slushie.
Yeah.
Popcorn I'm not so big on.
Yeah.
Apart from the bags of sweet and salted combined. I love my salt, but I don't like salted popcorn by itself. So I normally go for nachos, but my go-to, I have to have a just like Drew, sweet and salty for me, but I have to have a slushy. Have to. That is
Tango Ice Blast.
do you know what? They have different ones. The last couple of times I've gone to the cinema here, the last two cinemas actually haven't had them.
Yeah.
And I've gone nuts. I've been like, what the hell are you doing? But yeah, I have to have that. But now that you mentioned Galaxy Minstrels, mate, you have given me
Oh my
the biggest.
God, they're so good.
I'm obsessed with Maltesers, but you can get Maltesers here, but they're not the same. They're not. They're still
both
Maltesers.
Galaxy Minstrels and Maltesers.
Oh, mate. And I miss Galaxy
most
Revels.
Importantly, Brian, when you
Revels
get
are the best.
Maltesers, they've got to be in the cardboard box. None of this packaging plastic shit.
No, mate,
In the box. Oh, my man.
I'll eat Maltesers non-stop. But very quick, like I said, I'm only here to derail the show for a brief time. Just wanted to come on and say Tottenham on tour today, 8 p.m. UK time, 3 p.m. Toronto time and Eastern time. A lot of people, obviously, we
Central time and 11 a.m., 12 a.m.
12 a.m. West Coast. There's been obviously we've been planning to do a mental health special, and mental health specials and addiction are very, very important to Tottenham on tour. Have been. We've done specials before, and we've been meaning to do one during the season, but unfortunately, due to my health, we've never been able to schedule a proper one. And to get the professionals that we have come on, both in Sean, who's a member of Toronto Spurs, and Tara back in the UK. It's just not worked out, but we got a couple of big super chats in when I did Anger Management against, I can't remember, the game before, Burnley.
Yeah.
Burnley. And Andrew Gregory, who I don't know if he's in the chat.
He's in the chat.
It also mentioned it's mental health awareness this week. So, like I said, 8 p.m. today, UK time, 3 p.m. Eastern, on Tottenham on Tour. There will be me, Dave from Tottenham on Tour, a very good friend of mine, Darren Atwood, Kuva, and maybe Amir.
Yeah.
And we're going to be having a discussion solely about mental health, our journeys, what's been going on. And it's going to be non-football, non-Tottenham, non-Levy, non-Ange, this is something that is very, very, very important to Tottenham on tour. Yeah. And we're going to have this conversation. So if anyone's free and they want to join the chat and come in and listen, or even maybe put some questions in, it will be live at 8 p.m. UK time. I've got to go now to a doctor's appointment because I have been called in because my test results have come in and it's freaking me out because they have asked my wife to come with. And I've had hundreds of tests before and never in my life have I had, you need to bring your wife. So freaking out, and I'm about to go to that now. But we will be live at 8 p.m., 3 p.m. Eastern. If people can make it, brilliant. It's going to be a powerful show, an emotional show. But if people can join us and have the time or even rewatch it after, and most importantly, try and share it as far and wide as possible, because regardless of who you support or what you're going through in life, mental health and addiction and the things that we cover goes around the world, no matter what kind of life you live, how rich you are, how poor you are, how good your home life is, it affects everyone at some point in their life, or maybe not you, but a family member or a close friend. So if people can come and watch, brilliant. If you can watch it later, even better. Or not even better, watch it live, and that would be best. But we will be, just so people know, we will be doing a proper mental health special with the professionals during the summer. And during that show, the whole month that we do that, there will be a Just Giving link like we did last time. We raised, I think, $1,000 Canadian. Half of it went to Tara's charity Sport Against Suicide, and the other half went to a mental health clinic here, or mental health organisation. We're doing the same for that month. This one is just solely a chat because we couldn't get the professionals. So it will be happening during the summer. But if people can join, fantastic. And if you can share it, please do. And I'll let you get back to your normal programming of fun and fun and glitz.
But it's important to be able to have fun. You've got to have a sound mind. So
Get back to popcorn and minstrels and slushies and nachos.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bobby, I'll give you a call when I get back. All right, so guys, I will let you go, and I wish everyone a very good weekend.
Yalla, Rocky.
All right, yalla.
All right, Brian.
Yeah. We got So yes, get over to Tottenham on Tour at 8 p.m. for that show that Brian's doing. It's going to mean a lot to everyone. We got It's Bobby K. If you want to jump on, buddy, you're more than welcome to. We got Jimbo. Good to see you, mate.
Jimbo.
To see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. We got everyone saying hello. Oh, we got a lot of things. We got Coos is in the house. I like my popcorn the same as I like my women. Toasted, sweet, and salted, and lap-sized portions that I can eat in the dark.
He sent that while Ryan was just giving this like important like event like heads up, and I was trying so hard to not laugh because I was just like, damn it, Kuba.
Damn it, Kuba.
I was trying so hard. I was like, do not smirk, do not smile, because Brian's talking about something like very serious, and then this happens, and I'm like, classic. Just classic.
Absolutely. Everyone giving the best to Brian. Absolutely. We got everyone saying Kate Raid. I stand with Daigle. Or as Mia says, Bri always me. Bri always me. Absolutely. Good to see you, Philly. Good to see you, Philly. We got Kuva saying, I've crossed everything for you, Brian. Fingers, toes, eyes, beams. I'm from the Proton Pack. Absolutely. You still never bloody seen bloody Ghostbusters. It's ridiculous.
That's insane.
But yeah, that is important. So, questions about, and if you want to jump on the show, send me a text message and I will get you on the show. It's not difficult. I can always just send a text message. But, yeah, don't bring that up. All good. Snacks in movies. Most underrated snack in a movie.
Oh, gee. I don't know. Like, so usually when we go to the movies, Julie just brings the big bag, and we hit up the grocery store beforehand and just pile in a bunch of crap. But I would say honestly, like, she once picked up these like banana chips that it's like, so where we live, there's a pretty decent like South Asian population, right? And there's just grocery stores throughout, right? So she'll usually like pick up like a decent sized bag of banana chips, and we'll just demolish that. So I would say that.
Twinkie, John McClane dissed it. Okay. I don't think there's anything wrong with a Twinkie. And we got Jim saying, big up Ian in the red hat. Should be a blue hat.
Cincinnati Reds, man. Have to.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Jimbo, he's from the red state of Cincy. Cincinnati. Gotta have that. That. So,
what would probably be the worst snack to have at a theater?
Oh, you're right. Worst snack to have at a cinema or a movie theater.
Yeah.
Everyone answer that question. Oh, worst snack to have at a movie theater. Would just be something you don't like. So I don't like the red hot sweets. I don't like spicy sweets. If I'm having sweets, I want them to be sweet, not sweet hot. Also, don't like really sour sweets, but they're more of a challenge, like something like toxic waste. I don't know if you guys have toxic waste over there, but those were vile. So. That was sort of they used to come in a like a yellow toxic waste a toxic waste barrel, and it used to be really bloody sour, and it used to be a challenge at school. You'd have and you see how many of them you can get through. Nasty things, but nothing. You want comfort at a cinema, in my opinion. So I can understand why you don't want overly buttery popcorn, because you're going to get it all over your hands. It's going to be greasy.
And my clothes.
It's disgusting. Yeah, too much for me. They do make blue Cincy hats in. I wear the red.
I do have one actually.
So I get it.
I do have one of those. Yeah.
Costa Coffee. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Hot tamales. Yeah, no. Something really sticky is you can't wash your hands. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Pork scratchings. No, not a cinema. Anything with a noisy wrapper. Yeah, buy popcorn, buy Raisinets, mix two together. Interesting. Yeah, toxic waste. Awful. They're not fun at all. Thought it was Fred Durst. Okay. To be fair, Ian is giving me Limp Bizkit vibes with that hat. Absolutely.
If you know, you know. Yeah.
If you know, you know. Keep rolling, rolling, rolling.
Exactly, man.
Still
Exactly.
the best,
Have
worst wrestling song ever.
It's
What
still
do you think? We're going to go really deep into this.
Sure.
What is the best movie you've seen in the last 20 years? There's a lot of good movies over the last 20 years.
Let me see here. 20 years ago, I was 16, 17.
Yeah.
I would say, so I would say it's not even like so much the best movie, but like one of the most that I just enjoyed. And for whatever reason, like if it's on Netflix or whatever, like, and I have nothing else better to do, I'll turn on Ocean's 12. I have no idea why. I just loved that. Like just the soundtrack, and it's literally just George Clooney and folks just hanging out in Europe. Like just the ridiculousness of it all is just so great. Like it's just like, and just how much the director was just inspired by like actual Italian directors, just all of those quick like zoom ins, all of those wide shots. Like it's just great. So I would say that.
Okay, that's a good one. Got a couple of comments. Bobby sent all cinema snacks suck now. Triple the price, 1/10 the quality. Hit the dollar armor before we go and load up, which absolutely. Philly sent, I have managed to smuggle fish and chips, Pizza Hut, Indian, McDonald's, Burger King into a cinema every except Chinese. That's the next target. I'll try the Deadpool Wolverine.
That's respectful. Actually, now that I think about it, Inglorious Bastards, great. Like I saw that the week it came out. Christoph Waltz, that opening scene.
That guy
and
is
then the
so
scene,
good. We can talk about Christoph Waltz in a second because I think he's impeccable. Kuva saying, worst snack, a honey glazed hooker's ass. It's just not the worst etiquette. It's it's not good. It's not good etiquette, Coovs. It's not good.
It's not, man.
Could Ian sing rolling for us? No. It's rolling.
No, nobody wants that. Nobody wants that.
Christoph Waltz might be the best good guy, but best bad guy ever. He's just one of. If you say him doing Blofeld and doing, I can't remember the colonel in Inglourious Bastards' name. Can never remember his name. Hans Landa. Hans
Landa. Yeah, Hans Landa.
But he can also do Django, and he was the good guy, and he can do both roles.
So good. He's so good, dude. It's like I forget who said it, but they basically said like just him just at the opening scene, he just goes in, is just this like charming guy, and then without even blinking, he just turns into just the personification of just pure evil, and just makes it look like so smooth. I can see why like Quentin Tarantino wasn't going to make that film if he couldn't have him for that part. Just so good. He's
where would you rate him as one of the top actors in ever? He's definitely he's at least, I know there's so many great actors, but he's got to be at least in the top 50.
So I would say he's not the same generation as Pacino and Robert De Niro, but I think he's just that generation just right after it. So I would say he's right up there, like probably one of the best actors of his generation, hands down. I would say Alan Rickman and Gary Oldman sort of range. Like you'll see them in anything they're in, regardless of what it is. So
Let's see what people are saying. Too many good movies from the last 20 years. I'll do an Ian and go with something I can watch over and over. Shagging Private Ryan was great. Typical Bobby. Alan Rickman or Gary Oldman work for any film. Gary Oldman is fantastic.
It's great.
He can be Sirius Black and Winston Churchill.
No, it's like he can do the bad guy from The Fifth Element.
Yeah.
And Winston Churchill. Like, that's insane. It's like the fact that he did Fifth Element and Dracula, like probably 2 years apart, is amazing.
Yeah. See, my mum doesn't like him my mum doesn't like him as Sirius Black personally. She says they didn't fully get that character right. because my mum
Mhm.
loved the Harry Potter books, but he was just so good. You can't even tell
He-
it's
he
him.
was.
That's how good an actor he is. He
Right.
seamlessly goes into his role. You couldn't think that
Mm-hmm.
Winston Churchill was the same person as Sirius Black as Commissioner Gordon. All these different
Mhm.
parts he does, and you can't tell it's him half the time. He just
Right.
slots into that role so well.
Right.
Coover is a man of culture. He's a man of culture.
He is. That's one way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah. Gary Oldman was also fantastic, and Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead. Okay. There's no hope for you, filthy animal. I'm not going to say nothing. But who is your favourite actor, Ian?
Al Pacino.
Yeah, and why?
It's like now you could argue he's been like typecast his entire career, but you have to remember though, when he got the Godfather part, Paramount wanted him out
Yeah,
because they didn't think he would be taken seriously. But I would say like, and of course in his like much older stuff though, where he kind of leans into the like unhinged
yeah,
thing of it, right? But I would say probably my two favorite scenes of Pacino's career are in Godfather 2, where he disowns Fredo.
yeah. The kiss of
Also,
death. The kiss of death.
yeah, and you also have to remember though, John Cazale,
Yeah,
who he did a few other films with, right? He died of what? He died of cancer when he was 42, right? He only did 5 films his entire career. 3 of them were nominated for Best Picture. Sure. So that scene in Godfather 2, and then of course the cafe scene in Heat with Robert De Niro.
Okay. I mean,
and just letting them cook was so
I think
good.
Pacino is for me. I prefer to see how good that, because he starts as the good boy. Boy, and everyone loves him.
Mm-hmm.
He's clean cut, war hero, not a single fly and not a single hair out of place. And you can see every single quarter of that film that it goes ever so slightly, and you see his facial expression. And it all leans over to that moment in the restaurant where actually you start hearing that train go, the noise of the train, and you can hear his mind thinking, am I going to do this? Am I going to do this? And suddenly, bam, you see it goes from being the good boy to ruthless, evil bastard.
Right.
Absolutely
And
perfect storytelling.
And you can also tell though too, like from the beginning of the film, like there's actually just like so much like energy, emotion, and love in his eyes.
Yeah.
By the time the film ends, there is nothing behind those eyes. Nothing. And but what Aaron West said here, Robin Williams, right? I think for every millennial, Robin Williams is their childhood, right?
Yeah.
But like his dramatic, serious stuff was fire.
Yeah.
He was so
Dead
good.
Poet Society. Dead Poet Society.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The fact it's like so he won what, Best Supporting Actor for Good Will Hunting, right? That was after Ben Affleck and Matt Damon just sent him the script just on a whim, and because they thought like if they could get him, they could actually get the film like actually made, right? Because they were what, 22 when they wrote that. And that park bench scene, man, just gets me, just kills me every time. Love it.
Absolutely. We've got Bobby is saying Pacino is a walking god. Just going back and looking forward, he's been outstanding. Dog Day Afternoon is he's so good.
I didn't know this until I saw it. Right, Dog Day Afternoon. That's based off of an actual event. Like it is insanely great. Yeah, so good.
Yeah. We got Beyond 72. Good to see you, saying just watched Serpico the other day. Okay, I've never seen Serpico.
Haven't seen that in years, but it's so good.
The World According to Garp, emotional roller coaster of a film. Okay. Robin is another one. Robin Williams was wonderful. Grew up watching his comedy, and he was absolutely.
He was so good.
He was like, again, it's another one. He can do Dead Poet Society and be this dramatic, serious actor, and then he does Mrs. Doubtfire, where he's the total opposite. That's when you know someone's good. That's when you know someone's good. What was the film? Robin Williams was a serial killer.
1 Hour Photo. It may have been 1 Hour Photo. I forget, but I know what Carl's thinking of though. But yeah, like just like so good.
What's your favorite comedy film?
Favorite comedy film that'll just get me every time. Oh, jeez. So I kind of have like a dark and twisted sense of humor sometimes. Yeah. I would say the movie that I need to put on if I just need a laugh is probably it's based off of a British show. Crap. I would say probably in the Loop, which is based off of In the Thick of It.
Yeah.
Peter Capaldi just being being a crazed Scotsman working in politics. I can kind of feel what that's like.
It's just such a shame he wasn't a good Doctor Who. I think he could have been so good as Doctor Who.
I enjoyed his run.
He had all the quality, but none of the writing. It's another one that's been let down by bad writing. This whole thing. Matt Smith was let down by not so bad. Capaldi was let bad, and Jodie Whittaker was sent down the toilet. And apparently, this current guy has actually been sent down the toilet as well. No one's watching him.
Right.
So bad writing.
Right. Well, it's like I would say with Capaldi, I can see what you're saying, but I would say probably that it's okay. So his farewell speech as the Doctor was good.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
And then there was the monologue. I forget the alien race, the Zygons or something, to where he's basically just like saying like, okay, you have a war, you win the war. What happens? That whole like thing, like that is just it's like that was like one of the few times where the writing and the acting were on the same page. But yeah, I will say though, just because of what he had to work with,
Moffat was dreadful.
Yeah, well, compared to Russell T,
and fantastic. But he's not doing well at the moment. His writing has not been received well.
I think part of it though is because, and just going back to Jodie Whittaker, right? I feel like a lot of stuff was working against her.
Yeah,
she came after Peter Capaldi, who had like 3 or 4, maybe even 5 years plus. Yeah. COVID hit, plus let's be honest here, some not so subtle sexism and everything else. And then this new guy, he's on Sex Education, which is a great show, but I feel like also too some of it homophobia, racism.
I think you can bring people on board with good writing though, and that's where it's always working against it. If it's a good show, no one's going to care.
Yeah, it's like, and I feel like though, because they hit it out of the park with Tennant and Smith, that everyone's going to be compared to that, which it sucks, but it's also like, well, that's just the way it is.
Well, that's just how good of actors they are. You've like. We'll get on to Matt Smith because they released the trailer of one of my favorite shows at the moment, and we'll talk about Matt Smith because I didn't think I'd be able to take him seriously again. Then I saw The Crown, and then I saw House of the Dragon.
He was great.
In House of the Dragon, he is unbelievable. But we got a couple of comments about comedy films. We got Kuva saying Airplane, Airplane's good. Step Brothers is amazing. It's so cringe, but brilliant. Sir Alec
never
Guinness,
get made now. Yeah.
Kenneth Moore, Patrick Stewart, Robin Williams, and Jim Carrey, all brilliant comedy actors that serious.
Yep.
I once cleaned in a local cinema back in the day, and the amount of waste is shocking. I once cleaned the screen room the day after. There was 4.5 bags of rubbish, and it took 4 out.
I believe it.
Up in Smoke, Cheech and Chong is an old school favourite. Cheech and Chong, yeah.
Yeah.
Tom Baker is the best Doctor Who. It's subjective. Subjective.
He's up there. He's up there.
He's definitely up there. He's the iconic one. I loved Kevin Smith files like Mallrats and the Clarks. Okay. Matt Smith is one that I love. Him in The Crown as Prince Philip, impeccable.
Oh, good.
That's like, because I only really saw him as Doctor where he's flamboyant, he's moving his hands about, he's silly, but he's intelligent. He's a bit. It's fish fingers and custard and all this nonsense. But then you see him in that, he's so polished. Their hair's that was such a good series, the first series of The Crown. So well done.
It's like I haven't seen like probably the last 2 seasons, right? And just like, and of course with y'all just actually living over there, and like there's just stuff you guys have heard like over the years that we would never hear over here, obviously.
Yeah.
But just how like subtle nuance. Like I would even say like, and this is, sort of the part 2, very small C and maybe even big C conservative. Just like, no, it's like he played that, and like it's like, and it helped that we had like him, like, yes, like being the husband of the queen, but also him like trying to say, it's like, I saw firsthand what happened to my family in Greece.
Yeah.
Like, people need to see you. People need to feel some sort of connection to you if you want them to care about you. Yeah. And he just played that so well.
He knew how to. It was intricacy. Prince Philip was he was a very clever man. We got Matt Smith in the House of the Dragon. My God,
that entire cast is great though too.
But he is particularly good in that as Daemon Targaryen. He's so good. He's like, he makes that series. He's like, that character is so evil, but yet so good, yet so simple, yet so intricate. So it's such a brilliant character that George R.R. Martin has made. And he is taking that to the screen so well. The fight scene when he's literally taking on an entire army by himself. Spoiler alert. If you haven't seen it by now, it's your own damn fault.
It's been out for over a year. Like it's been out for over a year. Go see it. Yeah,
it's absolutely brilliant. We got Bobby Kay saying Lisa Ann, poor thing, never gets the recognition she truly deserves. A lot of actors had few good movies. Every one of her movies is amazing, and I can rewatch them all day.
I believe you have, dude. You have.
Sorted. Kuva said, I would love to have seen Cheech Marin as Doctor Who. Come to think of it, though, the older version of Tommy Chong could actually do it. He even looks the part.
If we had Doctor Who in the States in the 70s and our own version of it, 100% that would have been the case. Let's be real here.
Cheech and Chong as the Doctor, split personality.
In so many ways, yep.
I love the Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder films like Stir Crazy, Silver Street, and Richard Pryor's good. Kuva loves Richard Pryor.
It's impossible to say. It's like he has had such a fundamental impact on stand up over the last like you can trace pretty much every successful stand up act from the 70s from him until now, and that's been 50 years. Just outstanding stuff.
Who is your favorite stand up?
So Robin Williams. I mean, like when he was on, I mean, like just the energy is just insane. I mean, now it also probably doesn't help that he was just, well, it also probably doesn't help that he was also, in rehab at the time. But I saw, a couple years ago, John Mulaney, scrawny guy, it's like tall, and the act he's going with now was basically him just in rehab and that whole like thing. And look, like if you can't laugh at some hardships, right? but it's just his delivery. It's just dry enough where I just think it's just the greatest thing. So
Yeah.
I would say Robin Williams overall, just because just the
He was
energy
so
was just
good.
insane.
Who's your
So
favorite
good.
British comic?
Oh, let me see here. Crap. I'm blanking on names right now. Crap.
Yeah.
Let me come back to
Yeah.
that.
Have you ever
who's
seen
yours?
the TV show? I know this is movies, but we love tangents at the Coffee Company. So have you ever seen the TV show Cats Does Countdown?
I have not. No.
You're going to have to start watching that at the end of this show. 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown. Seriously,
Okay.
it's absolutely epic. It's based off of a very old game show here in the UK called Countdown. You've got 2 rounds. You've got a numbers round and you've got a word. I think it's known in America as words and numbers. They Americanized that and it just sucks. But you get an anagram. You've got to make as long a word as you can get. And
oh, I'm familiar with this. I've seen some of it a bit on YouTube, and if I'm not mistaken, Jimmy Carr. I love that guy.
Jimmy Carr's the host. It's absolutely epic.
Hilarious. Yeah.
It's the perfect balance between silly humor, intelligence, Jimmy Carr just being an evil bastard, and then this person being this person. Another one, Sean Locke, R.I.P. Absolutely loved Sean Locke as so bloody good. 8 out of 10. Cats Does Countdown is my favorite show. It's so good. It's so good. I wish I could have watched Robin Williams play Zelda. He loved the game so much he named his daughters. Yeah.
That's true. That's very true. He did. Yeah.
I love the game so much. I've got an entire coffee line named after it. I'm a
Damn
fan.
right.
I am a massive fan. Right. My all-time is Robin Williams, and UK I would be Mickey Flanagan. Mickey Flanagan's fantastic. Mickey Flanagan is. Have you ever watched Mickey Flanagan?
I think I have. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I would say favorite British comic. I say Billy.
Yeah.
Connolly.
Yeah, Billy Colony.
Just
that whole sketch about the diarrhea. My God, that's funny. My God, that's funny.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Oh my goodness, that's right.
And Mickey is a Spurs fan. He indeed is. So even more reason to watch him.
Even better.
I can't remember any comics that have. You've got Eddie Murphy, but he does full blown. How many other? You've got Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey does a few.
Yeah.
Oh.
I would say probably I would say Taylor Tomlinson. She's hilarious. I love her to death. She's great. So there is this comic. I think she's actually based out of Southwest Ohio originally. I could be, or I could just be like completely wrong here. But basically, her whole shtick is she is a Indian mom. She's and like her kids are in like high school, right? And it's basically all of just that. So we were watching one of her specials the other night, and just Julie was just like, I identify with every single thing that this person is saying so much. I was like, well, I love that for you. But I would say, even though I'm probably not the biggest fan of some stuff he's put out recently, so Abe Chappelle is actually from my hometown.
Yeah.
So his older stuff is hilarious.
He's not my guy. That's
fair. Yeah.
I'm not a fan of this comedy. It's the same thing with Chris Rock. I love Chris Rock in Dr. Dolittle as the guinea pig.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like his stand-up. For me, he's too squeaky.
It's like I would say like there are parts of Rock I like, but for the most part I'm just like, okay.
Jackie Mason. Jackie Mason is my mum's favorite. Jackie Mason. That's my guy. That's my guy. He just that is just there's no man that understands Judaism more than this guy. He just understands it. He gets it. He gets it. All his humor. It's like old school, dry. Yeah, I love that. Coover is a big fan of Dave Chappelle. I still watch Whose Line Is It Anyway? It makes me laugh. And Bobby's saying, agree, Ian. Chappelle's old stuff is great. Remember his joke about him and his buddy Chip driving in the car? Yeah.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But one of my favorite, I don't know what her name is, but there's an Indian lady that is a comedian in here. And she talked about how you've got to start giving, because parenting is no longer allowed to be old school parenting. You have to do what's called star charts. So you have to give your kids a star. Right. So you did not kick me in the face today. Here's a star. Whereas in old school Indian families, it'd be like, bang.
You're right. Yeah. Oh my God. That it's like,
I love that.
Like,
you did not kick me in the face. There's a lovely star.
You did not burn down the house. Here are 3. Enjoy.
Yeah, absolutely. Always travel with a token white guy, so you have someone to talk to the cops.
I think I actually know who that is like based off of honestly.
Yeah.
Well, it's like
is that her, Ian? Is that the lady I'm talking about? It might be.
It might. It's like if I saw her, I would know. Let me just search her real quick.
Nothing beats Chappelle's O.J. Simpson joke. Bobby said, "Oh, old school. I do that to my kids now." Well, you're old school, Bobby.
Absolutely nothing beats Norm Macdonald's OJ jokes. So when the OJ trial was happening in '95, right? Norm Macdonald was on SNL.
Yeah.
And because OJ died 2-3 weeks ago, right? The clips of just him just getting roasted just went viral again. Hilarious guy. Yeah. So dry, so good.
Joan Rivers is one I absolutely love as well. I love Joan Rivers. One of my favorite things is when she went on the Graham Norton show with Jeremy Clarkson and James May. Those 3 together was a riot. It was absolutely hilarious. Because she was just saying the most offensive shit going. Yeah. And Jeremy was just like, I said things half as bad as this, I would be crucified. And she just says it.
Yeah, but you're not Joan Rivers, though, dude. That's the difference.
Well, he's Jeremy Clarkson. He says very outrageous things.
Yeah.
Saying that Jeremy Clarkson made the best TV show, period, at the moment is Clarkson's Farm. There is no better TV show at the moment than Clarkson's Farm. I will argue to the hill. It's one of the greatest TV shows. It's funny. It's sad. It's done more for farming in 2 years than Country File did in 30. And that's a guy that only knows about cars. Me and Cooves talk about this all the time. Jeremy wanted to build a pond for fish because he wanted more like rare birds like herons and things like that because he loves his birds. And so what he does is he gets a digger and he makes the biggest mess you've ever seen. It was diabolical how bad it was. And then you got his Irish girlfriend came down the hill and just started swearing at him. What the fuck are you doing there, Jeremy? It's absolutely shit. And he's just taking it. She's just screaming at him and screaming at him. It's just so funny. It's so so funny. Like it's like me if I tried to do I couldn't do farming.
Right.
I couldn't do that.
No. It's like the last person in it's like the last person in my family who knew how to do any farming was probably my great grandpa. So
yeah. Norm loved doing Clinton jokes. I like Joan but can't stand her daughter Melissa. Okay. Ben, with you liking wrestling, best and worst wrestlers in movies, the best one's The Rock and the worst one is
I'd say the best movie about wrestling is probably Mickey Rourke.
The best wrestlers that have transitioned to being... So the best one is
okay.
obviously, I would say worst wrestler is probably Hulk Hogan. He did one movie,
Oh, yeah,
he did
terrible.
one TV show, and he was awful. What was it? Not
Yeah.
he did a
It was
I
something.
don't know. He was terrible.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Benny wrong. Best TV show is Ted Lasso.
That's a great show. It's a great show.
I hate Jeremy Clarkson. Then I watched Clarkson's Farm, and I really like him now. We saw this helpless, vulnerable side, and it made him absolutely.
Mhm.
But I've said this. I'll say this. People hate him. I said the nicest celebrity I ever met was Jeremy Clarkson. It's probably why I'm biased. It's probably why Ellie loves Hoybier so much. She had a great conversation with him. I met Jeremy Clarkson, and he was so nice to me. I was just like, this is not the Jeremy Clarkson. I already loved him anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I love Clarkson, another absolute legend. People love him. I've binge watched Clarkson's Farm and I thought it was excellent. Opening the eyes to the current state of play for British farmers is outstanding. It's fantastic.
Nice.
The best wrestler in a movie is Rowdy Roddy Piper in They Live. Probably not. The best is Tiny Lister. Worst is no. The Rock's good. That's my guy.
I will say this though. This though. Tiny Lister though. He was in the Friday films, and he also had a cameo bit in The Dark Knight.
Okay.
Now I will say this though. Great actor, no, but for what he was asked to play, 100%. The Rock. I will turn on his stuff when I am like hungover and just need something to watch.
Yeah.
Now that said though, he's been very upfront about like what kind of films he does, and honestly, more power to him there. But yeah.
We got Sophie saying, afternoon, or thank goodness it's Friday. Long week. Hope everyone is well. We talking films? Absolutely, we're talking films. We're talking films for another 5 minutes.
Yep.
Before we have to log off. Hulk Hogan films Thunder in Paradise. It sounds like that.
That was it. Yeah. That was it.
Debo. Worst film is Stone Cold Steve. Probably. Triple H and Blade.
That was bad. That was pretty bad.
He's not an actor. He's a wrestler. Oh,
right.
I've not asked you this. What is your favorite sports film?
So I would say probably something baseball related. I would say, and actually, coincidentally, it has to do with the Reds. So this came out late '80s, I think. It's called 8 Men Out.
Yeah.
It's about the Chicago Black Sox scandal, which happened in 1919, which is actually how the Reds won their first World Series. But basically, for those who don't know, the Chicago White Sox in that era were really good. So they threw the World Series because and Arnold Rothstein paid off about 8 members of the Sox because look, like why would these guys on this really good team throw the World Series? It's because their owner was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Wasn't paying them, wouldn't let them out of their contracts. Like this was before the players union was around.
Yeah.
But I would say though, like that's like probably one of my favorite sports films ever.
Okay.
So
okay.
Yeah.
The guy that played Mongo in Blazing Saddles was a wrestler. Okay. We have to see that. China was a great actress. Once upon a time, China was great. I think I know what you're talking about, Bobby. 8 Men was fantastic. Escape to victory. Oh, Bobby, she would have crushed you. Yeah.
And he would have loved it too.
Yeah, Jesse Ventura as Blaine in Predator. I ain't got time to bleed, and this stuff will make you sexual Tyrannosaurus Rex like me.
That's a great line, though.
It's probably a film no liked, but I loved Mr. Baseball. Okay, Bobby, don't hurt me. Joey Maguire, show me the money. That's a great line.
That was a great. That was great. I would say also, I would say Robert Redford in the natural. Always good too.
Yeah.
Always.
Awesome stuff. Before we start to end the show, Ian, what is your favourite catchphrase in a movie? We talked about this a lot with Kauffie yesterday. Because the 80s had every single 80s movie had a great catchphrase. You had so many of them. What is your favourite movie catchphrase?
I would say it's not for fuck's sake, because that just applies to everything. But
Yeah.
I would say probably my favorite line out of a film though is probably the Al Pacino going unhinged in Heat, where he's yelling at someone and he says, she has a great ass and you're all the way up it.
Yeah.
Just I die laughing every time, just because that wasn't in the script. So that, I would say.
Absolutely. I want everyone to post their favourite catchphrase whilst Ian is saying, where can we find you, sir?
Shit, man. Wherever, honestly. The only reason I'm on here is because I'm stuck in Omaha.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, but yeah, one of those things where, you know, y'all are on when I'm at work, but you know, if I ever have a off, you will find me probably here. So who knows when next?
Who knows when? Thank you all so much for watching today's show. We will be back next Monday, hopefully, at the Kauffie Company, 2 p.m. as usual. And of course, as Brian said, please get over to Tottenham on Tour at 8 p.m. UK time tonight for the mental health special with a few guests on. It really means a lot to everyone at Tottenham on Tour, and we're trying to make as good as we can. Although we're known as the negative people and we're apparently horrible people, we try and do our best to help everyone out. But thank you all so much for watching today's show. You got a catchphrase, Ian?
Levy out.
Good stuff. And as always, if you smell what the cough is brewing, thank you all so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Ciao for now.
A little different than all the rest. I'm quite old-fashioned, wear a hat, sometimes play chess. And when I'm out, I'm looking for that vintage fling. But all complexions that I adore, so hard to find, these seem impossible to score. So I dream of